Ashton.
I'm Ashton, and my title is digital video producer.
All right, Jamal.
Any organization I go into, I make sure what does diversity mean to this station or into this organization, and where is your diversity? And before I came here, I had to make sure I saw other Black faces. I remember seeing you on, and I remember seeing you on. I was like, okay, I see two faces. And then even when I came in, that was my question, what is y'all's commitment to diversity?
It was Best Friends Day or something like that. And the 9 News Instagram page had posted oh, how are you celebrating Best Friends Day? And the picture was 2 Black girls holding hands and laughing. And I remember thinking, oh, there's Black girls outside of Black history, a Black history.
Girl, you giving them too much credit for that.
I'm not impressed by that. I know I'm being real. Is anybody else? That doesn't impress me.
It doesn't.
Most stations or companies only show a Black face when it comes to a Black agenda, Black History Month, or things like that. The underlying issue of what really made me upset at the fact that that made me happy is that we're never featured as human beings. There's never a Father's Day, little Black man, or Black man, little Black boy. It's always white. Everything is white. The default always has to be white. And then if it's not, then you have to add Black in front of it. Why is this so striking to me? Why is it not normal for me to see Best Friends Day or whatever the dumb holiday was and see 2 Black faces that had nothing to do with Kwanzaa or Black History Month? Because those are the only times we're used.
When I made posts for weekends and I would use a Black face. It's because I didn't see it. Yeah. And so I'm oh, and I don't care what it was. It was something like that. But I'd be oh, let me post here because I wouldn't see it.
And it matters, and it makes a difference. Something I did years ago, I started doing whenever I needed an expert for a story. And it wouldn't have to be, a story in a Black neighborhood or even an issue that's affecting a minority community. I need a lawyer, doctor, paleontologist. I would always take the extra step and find a person of color, find a Black person if I could, because that might be the only time, the only moment certain people in our audience get to see a Black doctor. So to be able to see it on the news and not in a mugshot, those small things that we're talking about, I think really reverberate in the community and make a difference.
Yep. Because everybody has a certain perspective of what they think Black people are, or what they think they can achieve, or what they can be.
So throughout February, we're going to bring you little glimpses of the really intimate conversation we had and just give you a little inside look at how we as Black journalists navigate, advocate, often fight to tell stories that matter to our community and matter to us. You can find exclusive conversations all month long on the 9 News Plus app. But I'm so excited to even just see that little clip. Just gives me a little warm and fuzzies because we really sat down for the first time as a group. Frankly, do I think there are enough Black journalists in this building? No, but we are small but mighty, and we genuinely care about the stories we tell, and we care about representation, which is why we started with that topic. But we talk about all sorts of things, and it gets really colorful.
And that's a nice part. Is lay it all out. I mean, everybody needs to hear it.
Is the terrain tougher? Is it getting better? Is it, it never seems to happen fast enough.
That's such a good question. One of the topics we talk about is 2020 and DEI and, the racial reckoning and how that really did change. I feel like personally, I used to have to fight a little harder to tell certain stories. And now, whether good or bad, I'm able to tell so many different types of stories. And I don't have to fight that hard.
Does the containing of it into a month, is that a good thing, or is that in its way kind of also a mixed message that, okay, we'll just do February, the shortest month of the year?
Well, exactly. That's a great question. And I think it's how you view it. For me, growing up as a Black American in this country, Black History Month is every day. Black history is American history. But if I'm, as a journalist, able to take this month and highlight stories that matter and get free reign to tell all of the stories I possibly can, I'm going to take advantage of that.
Well, we'll keep an eye on it
Given the political
month.
landscape, it is especially important, too.
It matters. DEI and telling diverse stories, voices of change, as we called it for so long here at 9 News. It's not just, an added bonus. It's necessary.
Well, we look forward to the rest of the month, and glad you joined us today. Thanks, Alex.
Thanks for having me.
Good to see you.